Sorry I'm starting so late, guys. It's already 8:20 p.m. my time. It's just last few days have been rough. They've been a rough and trying last few days. It's why I canceled yesterday and why I'm starting so late today. So I'm hoping, I can't promise, but I am hoping that we can beat 3.6 tonight. How many pulls do I have, by the way? 3. Nope, that's 2. I can count. I swear I can count. Alright, anyway. Alright, let's continue. Knock the casters and heist the land.
Go forth with courage, little Grey Fry. My ocean currents will guard your arrival, and my songs will accompany your journey ahead.
What time it is? Time for my undivided attention. Hold on. When I return victorious, I'll throw a bonfire feast for you.
You still remember how much I love fire and feasts.
Do?
All right then. It's a promise. Go find your companion and see your journey through. I'll raise a glass while I await your triumphant return. And then,
Isabella.
when we reunite in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, let me play a song for you beneath the glow of fire. At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. If I hadn't met you at the end of the world, I would have thought Lady Trinan's prophecy was wrong.
The new world, the sea of flowers will surely bloom.
As Lady Trinan used to say, fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Thank you. My own path has finally come to a gentle end. Take all beautiful wishes with you, march forward with determination, and don't look back.
Keep moving forward. Deep into the cave.
This place was once Nestia's altar.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Hung.
Could the golden thread be leading us to the world's deepest secret?
Alright, hold on. Need to put Don Hung there. There we go.
Is this a symbol in the shape of Amphorius?
Never seen it before somewhere. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Where was it? Can you remember?
It was in As I've Written. I think it was in Treeby's Memories. Was it in Treeby's Memories? Remember, the Eye of Twilight's mural.
Which Titan is this?
It's very similar, yet somewhat different.
That doesn't make sense. How could a world enclosed within the scepter have a way of knowing what it looks like from outer space?
That is true.
Unless the mural isn't a drawing of Amphorius, but rather someone saw the mural and shaped the world in its image. Could that someone be Xandar? No. His concession proves that this place where Evernight is hiding must be a blind spot of the experiment. I'm afraid not even Xandar knows about the existence of this great tomb, or the secrets buried within it.
Reaching go out of control again?
It's hard to tell right now, but this definitely isn't the outcome he wants to see. For something to be hidden even from him, it must either be extraordinary or unimaginably dangerous.
What if it was extraordinarily
This
unimaginably
forbidden
dangerous?
realm remains
Have you ever considered that,
undetectable to
Don Hung?
Xandar, and even Fine and Stripe merely opened the entrance, yet Evernight can freely swim through it as she pleases. It cannot be reached by the erudition, nor can it be erased by the destruction.
So it's being remembered by the remembrance?
Be careful. What lies dormant beneath may well
Google
be
Nugget.
Amphorius' final path. Remembrance. It's endless. It feels like we're plunging into an abyss.
Why does the transparent stone have a 3D model?
Are those distant structures all entombed data?
And the
The
Zagreus.
whirlpool of remembrance. Bottomless and unfathomable. Behind this mist must be Evernight's domain. Ready? Once we step inside, I'm afraid there'll be no turning back.
Go for March 7th.
March 7th is surely waiting to see us again. Let's go. On the Trailblaze, no one gets left behind.
Switching to Black Swan's point of view.
This maze is full of memory loss.
Your voice sounds different from usual. I only hear a hint of curiosity. The rest is all fear. Beautiful memo keeper.
Ugh.
I know exactly where that fear comes from. The Evernight is a mimetic entity's natural nemesis. They will swallow you whole with just a flick of my pinky finger. I am the garden's enemy. I have never denied that fact.
I have to say, Miss Evernight, you've certainly got a unique way of protecting people. At least she's still willing to talk. Is it because I disobeyed the garden's rules? Maybe I still have a chance.
No,
Oops.
I don't think you do.
You can read your thoughts.
It's not very elegant to spy on someone's thoughts, you know? Well, before you get rid of this beautiful memo keeper, the least you could do is answer some of my questions.
Why should I do that? So you can buy more time and send a message to your companions?
And here I thought you were already watching my companion's every move.
I am. Earth's stirrings have ceased. They have defeated Terravox and are heading here as we speak.
Don't tell me that's part of your plan, too.
It's not, but I'll make good use of it. Fighting alone against an entire world, even I might miss something. But I know how to adapt to the circumstances. Just like right now. How I've decided to let you go.
Oh.
I like you, little bird. Your longing for memories remains pure. Unlike those memo snatchers. Your most precious quality is how you've yet to be tainted by the garden's dark side.
The dark
I'll
side.
take that as a compliment. But I still don't understand why you've kidnapped me here.
Well, seeing is believing. So, why don't we take a stroll together? This ruin buried deep underground is called the Kernel, in the language of erudition.
Colonel!
But I gave it a friendlier name.
Colonel!
The Heart of Amphorius. The great tomb of the Nameless Titan.
Nameless.
The Nameless Titan.
You'll see with your own eyes just how important the remembrance has been in this world.
And it's not a great camera angle.
And how we will stir up the waves of oblivion to douse an eon's ambition.
You've been hiding here all this time.
That's right. Curious about how I discovered this place? It's not actually all that complicated. The road we just walked was the beginning of March 7th's journey in Amphorius.
The beginning?
Do you still remember how
21st night of
three
September?
paths are said to intertwine in Amphorius? That three entities, each comparable to an emanator, left their marks in this world.
There's Xandar, Iron Tomb, and...
That's right. To this day, there have been no signs of the entity corresponding to the remembrance. The Garden of Recollection was curious about that too. So the Memo Snatchers spent an unimaginably long time chiseling out a tiny channel to peek into this world. But there was always a power in the memory zone that kept them out. And when March 7th's consciousness was seized, it was a ripple of the remembrance that protected her and sent her in here.
Can I assume, then, that this hypothetical emanator of remembrance was consistently protecting this world from the Garden's eyes until the Astral Express arrived?
That's correct. You're a smart one.
But why?
Go see for yourself, little bird. The memories contain everything. This gate is really impressive.
Yes, March.
These are
It sure is.
March 7th's memories.
Didn't move at all, huh? I just got here and I'm already locked out. A journey of 1,000 miles stopped at the door? That's terrible!
Is she stuck?
Keep watching. The fun stuff is just ahead.
Warning. Object does not have access permission.
What? Did I touch
So that's the
something I
scepter
shouldn't have?
score.
Execute formatting protocol.
What's going on? Formatting?
Warning. Illegal operations detected.
Legal.
Warning. Illegal operations detected.
Hey! Don't just activate like that! Oh, how do I stop this thing?
Warning. Warning. Warning.
One.
Operation authorized. Protocol name.
How dare you swear like that?
Back.
Huh?
Hey.
Finally, it stopped. Wait, did you just mention her name? She's barely spent any time in Amphorius, and she's already famous?
Hell yeah!
You. I don't know what you're saying. Let's not speak in riddles, alright? Why don't we start with an introduction? I'm March 7th, and I'm that person's companion. Sorry I accidentally ended up barging in here.
Establishing communications.
Communications? Oh, does this mean I finally get to talk to someone real? I really, really need outside help right now.
Channel established. Proceeding to encapsulate.
Whoa, wait. What? Encapsulate? Encapsulate me?
Encapsulation complete. Initiating transmission. Transmission destination. Recurrence number 33550.
Transferring to the loop we entered.
6.
Huh? What's going on? My body?
The memory stopped so suddenly.
She was already lying in the abyss of fate the next time she woke up. And Orynyx was calling her mother.
Mother.
Mother?
Maybe that's just how the Titan calls all Remembrance Pathstriders. Like how they call Thule Skyfather.
So March 7th had already brushed against the inner workings of this world at the beginning of her journey. That warning in her memories must have been the Scepter's safety protocol. But why did it mention the Trailblazer? March 7th should have entered Amphorius long before she and Dan Heng did.
An inexplicable contradiction, isn't it? Let's put that aside for now. The protocol didn't kill March 7th. Instead, it threw her deep into extrapolations. Over the next 97 days, the two of us, trailblazed through Amphorius as mimetic entities as she evaded the Administrator's pursuit.
It must have been a difficult and lonely journey for her.
Yes. No one could see March 7th. She didn't belong to Amphorius's memories, so she could only watch this world from the sidelines, like a transparent shadow.
Then when did you appear?
On the day that she ran out of options. March 7th tried so many things to help her companions, but the only outcome of her efforts was a few Amphorian folktales. In the end, she had only one option left. Just as she wished. I erased everything using the power of oblivion. Then, I protected her and Dan Heng, and made sure that they were spared from the Memo Snatcher's clutches when they broke through the seal.
And you've been hiding in the shadows ever since, while manipulating time and colluding with Earth, all the way till now.
A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. The story of the Remembrance has just begun. Why don't we step into it together? As someone qualified to walk with me, you can now take in all the secrets behind this door. And witness how, in a blank space of time, another futile journey across 30 million lifetimes was forgotten by this world.
I thought Evernight would have done something to stop us, but it's been smooth sailing the whole
I like the
way
implication that we took the Hand of Zagreus to get here.
you ready? I'm going to open this door.
Behind the door.
Absolute silence. I can't sense anything at all.
That's probably not good. Careful, this could be a trap.
I know. Duck behind me if anything happens. Okay?
Okay. Ready.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait, I'm almost kept on bells.
Object does not have access permission.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Safety protocol. I saw it in the X-Men too.
That means we're in the right place.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Get ready. Incoming.
Welcome back.
What?
I'll be waiting for you.
It mentioned your name.
That sounds so familiar.
I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. Like the first time I opened as I've written.
Yep.
Thankfully, Evernight didn't take that book. Let's try using it.
Yeah, as I've written.
Operation authorized. Protocol name.
How dare you call me
The
that?
seal's gone. Didn't think this book would have a use here. Is that?
Irene!
Hi. Miss me yet?
Absolutely. Of course I missed you. Where you been all this time?
I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you.
Executing protocol. Format object. Formatting progress. 0.015%.
And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Something's wrong. She's not talking to us. She's not the mem you know. Could she be a Cyrene from the past?
Formatting progress. 23.815%.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress. 45.147%.
Where should I start this time? Let me see. There. Shall we start with the meeting between the Helcolithist sage Midamos and the King's Aegis, Anaxa?
Formatting complete.
What? Did you hear that? She just said...
Mighty Sage and Anaxa?
This is obviously not the history we know. It might be one of the possibilities in the 30 million cycles, but... Cyrene should have died at the start of every recurrence. So why is she here?
Mystery.
And who was she talking to? And that book she mentioned.
Is it as I've written?
That's very likely. That door reacted to the book as well. Let's try copying what she did.
You got as I've written.
Accessing. Recurrence number 335503337.
Lantern.
Access failed. Error code Gamma 13.
That's it. As I've written is definitely connected with this great tomb.
The axis failed. Did it say recurrence?
Probably referring to the eternal recurrences. It also proves the previous hypothesis that this place is outside of Amphorius' cycles. There are 12 chapters in As I've Written, corresponding to the 12 demigods. Maybe the Nameless Recollections match these runes. Let's try linking them first.
Select the Titan runes projected by a tomb device into space to proceed. Some Titan runes need to be viewed for specific ammos but rely on properly and continue downloading. Some Titan runes require cleverly using other actions to adjust their patterns before they can be fully assembled to continue downloading. Download Talantin.
Uvris 504. Downloaded.
As expected, the data stream flew into the crystal in the middle. It's absorbing the
30 million departures.
Oops.
30 million shatterings. And the beginning of 30 million flame chase journeys. Fate betrayed Trebios, but she was never betrayed by humanity. 30 million departures. 30 million shatterings.
This world is so desolate. What exactly is it?
Yeah, easy puzzle. I'm gonna guess probably closer to something like yeah, no. Alright, this one's definitely a trickier one than all the other ones. Oh, there we go. Figured it out.
I knew something like this couldn't stop you.
I used my big brain and didn't just totally guess the answer.
You must be very familiar with the story of time now. So why don't we leave some pages for the heroes instead?
What do you think so far? It's definitely getting very interesting. Also, hi Cloud, how are you?
093. Downloaded.
Alright. I must not be able to absorb that one just yet. But yes, I also started Currency Wars, finally.
The world never learned how Saridra rewrote the law, but I believe it was Amphorius's decisive move against destiny.
And yes, Aglaya is broken in Currency Wars. I can confirm that now. There it is. Okay. Download.
Uplotis 405. Downloaded. Scopeo 365. Downloaded. Branch number 1. Archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
There's a notch in the terminal that's just the right size for this book.
Branch number 1. Archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I see. This As I've Written book is a data terminal that has been modified by the Remembrance. It might have looked like Cyrene was reading a story, but she was actually carrying out a data transfer.
It was actually a portable hard drive.
Right. That's a more direct way to think about it. No wonder these facilities are reacting to it. This book is a key. But Cyrene could never have known about the truth regarding the scepter. So where did she get this key?
From beyond this world? I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense.
Remember, during her brief existence, Cyrene once encountered a certain Eon.
It was Fuli, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream.
It's no secret that Orynyx and Fuli are related. That Eon also appeared when you encountered Mem. We still don't know the role they play in Amphorius. But if Cyrene accidentally stepped onto the path of remembrance, then her sacrifice wasn't just for resetting the cycle. There was another purpose.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Hi, Silver. Who is not new here. How you doing?
Let's keep going for now. If my hypothesis holds, then the scene we just saw will replay many
All right,
more
so how many times did you riot last stream, and how many hydrates did I ignore last stream? Because that'll determine how many I can ignore this stream. I don't have pasta. Sorry. No pasta.
Hey, be careful. Everknight's eyes are everywhere. Don't get too far from me. The chronocognitive anchor will protect us.
What happens if I just touch it? Nothing. If I shoot it? Nothing. Alright, fine. I'll hydrate. There you go. Happy? Because I'm not. Oops. Good.
What is this? It's hard to believe. Is this?
Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to cut you off, Dunhung.
Countless storage arrays. This would even rival the cyber prison of Inupis.
Look, what a magnificent sight. Even this classical world contains a futuristic palace like this. Would ID Silicii end up looking like this after a few thousand years?
Executing protocol Format object. Formatting progress 0.027%.
Ah, it's always so on time. Never late at all. It's okay, I get it. It's just trying to remind me how precious time is. I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little nymph on my way here. It was on a fallen wheat stalk, and it glowed under the sunlight. It was incredible. I forgot all my pains at that moment and just stared at it in a trance. I wonder, did every HisshAnri in the past feel that the nymph was beautiful? Would they also have recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga? So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete.
As I expected, the answer is the remembrance. An Eon appearing in her dreams, 3 paths intertwining in Amphorius, and the Garden trying to infiltrate this world at all costs. I have reasons to suspect that Fooley's gaze once swept over this world before the scepter completely fell into destruction. And that HisshAnri basked in that divine gaze.
They knew what was going on, yet still allowed destruction to thrive?
Humanity cannot judge eons based on our own common knowledge. The Remembrance has always been an observer of the universe, ever since their birth.
Gar knew nothing about her.
That's to be expected. The various factions are only followers of their eons, and Fooley was never known to be friendly with humanity. But there's still something I don't understand. According to Black Swan, the Garden is internally fractured, and there's a party that craves the memory of an eon's fall. They would do anything to achieve that goal. Yet, I feel as though those memo snatchers didn't try to stop us at all. Instead, it feels like they were trying to cover something up.
Would basking in the Eon's gaze turn someone into an emanator?
Most of the time, a gaze is simply a natural phenomenon, though some Pathstriders regard it as a supreme honor. An emanator, however, must possess power granted by an eon's blessing.
So it's different.
I know what you're thinking. That theoretical emanator of remembrance remains a mystery. But now, I'm leaning towards the idea that what the Garden's mirror reflected was a kind of miracle that Fooley left behind.
Irene's 30 million sacrifices.
Yes, we're thinking the same thing. Legend says that Fooley sits in meditation in the Anasrva Pure Land, spreading the seeds of remembrance across the universe. And when the cosmos ends, all the different realms will be reborn in their garden. If this sealed-off world is also within their gaze, then it's not too big of a stretch to surmise that they need a mechanism to save these incredible amounts of memories and store them somewhere out of the erudition's sight. And this mechanism was previously the Time Titan and their demigod. But after Amphorius entered an endless loop...
Ireton became the Remembrance's medium.
It's that ceremonial blade.
Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you shall wield to reset time. imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame chase journey.
The ceremonial blade killed Cyrene at the start of every recurrence, and at the end of every journey, Cyrene's soul took the extrapolated memories stored within the blade and buried them in this great tomb. That's how the memories of Amphorius transcended the loop and were continuously stored, while the scepter had to revert its progress over and over again because of loss in its logic. Foolie's blessing will not disappear as long as this process keeps going.
I knew their gaze never left. As long as I record every page of this story and tell it to you, Amphorius won't be forgotten.
Cyrene encountered the Eon's gaze and regarded them as the hope to continue her world. That's why she offered them memories over and over, even if she had to turn herself into nothingness every time. As to why she insisted on keeping her human form and offering the memories through reading a story, it might have been the only way for her to maintain her sense of humanity and leave her mark in this world, even though everything was just her wishful thinking.
We'll witness those memories.
Right. Based on the runes on the floor, the encryption key from earlier should be used here. There are 3 keys in total. We're 1/3 of the way through.
City of Ember.
I'll leave it to you.
Load the encryption key.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
The path has appeared. Go!
Go! Thanks, Yanis. So we can change the direction of this back there. So we'll do that when we come back.
Then, the sky sent down rainbows and showed the world a gentle smile.
Formatting progress 93.998%.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again. Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions. Every page has become so heavy. I've started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hands. Where did the very first ripples want these memories to be sent to?
Formatting progress 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting. Never changing, like the fate of the flame chase in every cycle. If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then is this weighty saga just an overly naive dream?
Formatting progress 96.024%. Process error. Analyzing. Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all, would it? Thank you for listening to me all this time. So, shall we continue?
Formatting complete.
The endless cycle took its toll on her. Even HisshAnri could not resist despair when faced with eternal stasis. Like Aslana, she started to wonder whether everything was futile.
It would not want to give up. Neither will we. There's a processor in this memory.
So you noticed it too. Who exactly was she talking to? I thought it was an Eon at first, but the way she talked, it didn't sound like praying to a god at all. Maybe she's talking to her
Wait, hold on.
imagination?
Oh
A
my
hero
goodness.
within?
Hold on one second.
That wouldn't explain
Because
the process error.
the birthday girl, Rivka Cordelia, is here. So it's Rivka. Oh, let me spell her name correctly. It's Rivka's birthday today. What the frick? Oh, whoops. I see what I did wrong. There we go. There we go. There we go. Well, let's all wish Rivka a happy birthday today. Rivka, what? Listen, I got confused because I accidentally swapped the U and the O, and I didn't notice it until after I hit send. So when he shouted me out, I was like, what? Rivka, what? But yes, it's the birthday girl. Everyone wish Rivka a happy birthday.
No matter who that listener is, HisshAnri's storytelling is just a data stream for the scepter. Maybe, she thought, as long as she kept tossing drift bottles into the distance.
So, in my own defense,
someone was bound to pick one
in
up
English, typically U always follows Q. So having another letter after Q that's not U is considered weird in English. Take out as I've written.
Accessing recurrence number 3355033.
I know, you're not. Yes, indeed.
Once again, Castor is offered her final embrace to death. And from then on, she started another lonesome watch. How wonderful would it be for someone to give her a real hug?
Poor Castor Royal. Zoom in. Alright, watch me solve this super hard puzzle. It'll be easy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy, see? I know. Where? I also have an issue that you might have noticed. You might have noticed sometimes I accidentally swap 2 letters when I'm writing. And I usually have to edit my messages on Discord. It's just something that happens sometimes. Sometimes my brain just swaps 2 letters for some reason.
Epi-Ikia 216 downloaded.
Downloaded. Speaking ID, what does that mean? No, we don't talk about we don't talk about that one. No, no, we don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that clip.
Aren't I smart? Come on, give me a call.
Devious cat. The trickery that fooled the entire world. No.
The hand of Zacharias.
No, ah! God
Seems
damn it.
like we'll
Oh wait,
need
I
it
can.
here.
I can just hit this and have her
A
restart.
devious cat. The trickery that fools the entire world. No matter how her identity changes, she will always end up being a pillar that stands tall for the holy city for 1,000 years.
Maybe the room will only be completed after the modules are inserted into the slot.
Put down. That was easy.
Orexis 945 downloaded.
But yes, Rivka, share some of your birthday cake with me. Oh, cake.
Midamos's road of strife once again reached its glorious and lonely end. As always.
Nikador.
Access denied.
How dare you deny me
Denied
access?
access. Memories about strife are always so defiant and resistant. A fight is unavoidable.
We gotta beat up Nikador again. He just loves getting his
Warning.
ass kicked.
Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal operations detected.
I choose you.
Trust me.
We can do anything.
Meh.
Stars, shine for the heroes.
Is that fear I sense? Catagons?
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
Well, that's not the right bond, mate.
This is the...
Oh, wait a minute. Memories of strife are always accompanied by divine resistance. Okay.
Countless thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Mountains roar, dragons rise. Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
Together we can do any flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
Is that fear I sense?
Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May romance never be absent. Don't blink. May you fulfill love's promise with me. Rewrite destruction with me!
All lies to be revealed.
Mimi!
Trust me.
We can do anything.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
Countless thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
That won't work, you know.
Hello, is it T-Panda? Tip Panda? How you doing today?
Every memory turns into ripples.
Colemos 600. Down Eleos 252. Downloaded. Branch number 2. Archiving. Object recurrence number 3355037. Progress 31.
Yep, I'm doing the quest.
313%.
We're
Nice.
almost caught up.
Let's go encapsulate the encryption key.
Probably getting close to the end of
Branch number
3.6.
2 archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I've been wondering, could all the memories we've encountered on the way be Everknight's traps? She still hasn't shown herself. That's very suspicious. But I
Thus.
can't think of a good reason for her to do that. I can only surmise that she's either still waiting, or someone's holding her back.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
You're close, yes, I can confirm. Okay,
Let's
thank
keep
you.
observing. Every ripple of these memories could potentially reveal to us Everknight's true goal. Let's go back and use the encryption key to open a new path.
I'll go around treasure hunting off stream. We're just gonna focus on story.
If you find any treasures, please share them with me.
I'll think about it. Pity has seen. She'll come, I believe. You're almost at the same pity as I am. I'm at 67.
I knew something like...
But I also don't have
Upload
guaranteed.
the encryption key, just like last time.
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow,
2 jades.
will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Emphorius' dawn in the next life?
The third encryption key belongs to the ocean. Let's get going.
You going? You battle pass funds. The currency wars.
No memories appeared this time.
I'm not even sure if Currency Wars spoils anything story-wise.
It's a huge fan. Use the chrono vessel over there to stop it.
Currency Wars shouldn't be story locked, I don't think. If anything, it would be story locked behind Pentacony. If it was, but I don't think it is. No, you, Moth. You're the nerd.
The fish returned to the ocean, her home where there was nothing left. For the sake of the future, she guarded the vortex at the end of the deep sea until the very last moment.
You're struck down by the passage of time. Not your average revolving door. You just gotta time it. Perfect. Or was it perfect? Actually, it was perfect. Alright, let's try this again. Close enough.
Look! She's over there. Cyrene. There really is no end to her perseverance.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment. It's another cycle of new beginnings, and another familiar reunion. Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental. I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way out of this maze. But I won't do that anymore now.
Formatting progress 73.9.
Yeah, if there's thank you, I appreciate it.
Process error. Analyzing. Formatting progress 75.012%. Process error. Analyzing.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue? I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the Deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Look at these memories I brought to you. They once existed, once sparkled under the sun. And now
How did I
I
not
can
notice
see
this
through your
before?
eyes that they
I
are
was here
still
this entire
shining
time.
bright.
Money, 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 money.
Isn't that already enough? Now, I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Formatting complete.
There we go.
Her transformation is painful to watch. Cyrene was always there during the 30 million recurrences. She recorded the Flame Chase journey in her own way on the reverse side of this world, depositing all the memories in this place. I'm increasingly certain that her audience and companion isn't some figurative entity. The deepest ruin in Amphorius. At the great tomb where the pasts of all worlds are buried. Who exactly is its master?
Who could it be? Take out as I've written.
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Oh, Tip Panda, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
Anaxagoras once again completed the proof with his life. His answer was so complete. All he was missing was a last variable from beyond the sky.
I can't. That story make me way too sad. It's amazing, but it's so sad. I can't stay. Sorry, I will come back another time. Okay, thank you for stopping by, Tip Panda. Have a good night. See you next time. Downloaded.
Schema 720 downloaded.
I'm zooming.
World-bearing. This divine authority is so heavy that I do not know how I can even tell its story.
Downloading.
Nikos 496 downloaded.
Romance. In warm gold. Forged the long staircase for...
The rune is on the fan.
Oops.
We need to use the chrono vessel to stop it first.
Don Hung, I don't need your help.
Romance. In warm gold. Forged the long staircase for humanity. How wonderful it would be if she could witness the dawn with her own eyes.
Alright. I guess the game will do it for me. I was getting ready to time it and then rewind it, but
Carlos 6
I guess the game just decided, nah, we'll do it for you.
Aporia 432 downloaded. Branch number 3 archiving. Object
Wink.
recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
Grab that real quick. Yoink.
That's the last encryption key. Take it with you.
Branch number 3 archived. Encapsulating encryption key. Encryption key encapsulation complete.
It's time to go back and activate the system in the middle of the Great Tomb.
Alright, here we go. No, wait, go back down! No! There was a puzzle! This is what you get for not looking at the minimap! Alright, let's see. Five, six. See, that easy.
Ta-da! If you find any treasures, please share them with me. Turn over this eternal
Go
page.
zooming.
The third encryption key. And the final piece of the puzzle. I pray that you can dispel all the mysteries and lead us into the deepest bowels of this world.
Oh, sorry.
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. My good friend, I'll read this book to you. For the 33,550,335th time. That way, it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone.
Formatting progress 23.815%. Process error. Analyzing.
It doesn't even make me feel cold anymore. It's like a ceremonial conclusion, ending every cycle's narration with a full stop. Then, there will be a new me, returning here with new memories. Before I knew it, this palace we built together was no longer a dream that Cyrene alone indulged in. It's now a saga, composed by you, me, and all the Flame Chasers. It's our weak but endless prayer for tomorrow. There will come a day when someone turns over this nearly eternal page and awakens all the dust-covered memories, so they can be recalled by the world in a more beautiful form.
Process error. Analyzing.
I'll read, and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom, then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. and you shall continue to wait here, protecting this garden of memories. That way, when the Deliverer arrives, the first thing they'll see is an endless sea of flowers. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance.
Ain't not good enough for you, fish.
And they shall become the epic known as I've written.
The texture of memories is preserved in countless pillars. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles.
I am a sturgeon. Great tomb is the seat of remembrance.
All right. Let's not make things so gloomy. The very first Ripple cheered up her friend like this before she set off. It's a sentence full of blessings, so I want to say it to you as well.
It didn't get away.
Come on, cheer up a bit, okay?
Got it.
I bid farewell to this beautiful world, so that we can reunite in your memories, in the way I want. You will see the footprints I left behind in the ripples of past reverie. I have never had any other fate beyond this memory. So please remember me with love, like that eternal footnote in all the faded sagas.
Hold on. There we go.
Now, open this book. I'll
Stuff's
be
happening.
waiting for you in the past.
Operation authorized. Protocol name, Illusion.
Inusian.
Welcome to the Demiurge Matrix.
Demiurge. Okay. Her departure is part of the cycle that perhaps in every reincarnation, casters would take care of this pristine soul. But she chose to break free from the cycle. The soul will not journey to where the west wind ends, but will descend into the great tomb to carry on hope. Aww. Her countless deaths within the cycle have endowed this place with an even greater, more sacred meaning. Since you've already come here, you surely won't let her resolve be in vain. Awesome. And the music was absolutely phenomenal. There you go. Okay, this one doesn't have anything for me. That. Very sad.
The listener lies behind this door.
So many. Each sacrifice in every cycle represents a heavy resolve.
She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles.
Her gaze, like a gentle breeze, drift across those memories of countless cycles, as reluctance and sorrow clutch tightly at your heart. If her departure was part of the cycle... Oh, okay, we're retreading the previous ones. Yeah.
Look, that symbol at the end of the room.
There it is.
It belongs to the 13th Titan, the unknown solitary
He's
god.
here.
The
the first new spore, Demiurge.
I grab that bug first. Want to be a human. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to mash like that, but I guess that's what I would have picked anyway.
Those who are lost remain lost, while those who have met will meet again. What a touching scene. The deepest place in this world is exactly the ideal location for the Trailblaze to reunite.
You're not the one we want to reunite with, Evernight. But you'd better explain everything to us. This tomb and the 13th Titan. Tell us everything you know.
You're too on edge, Don Hung. I've always been honest with the two of you. Before we talk about Amphorius's destiny, why don't we lay aside our differences and take a moment together to mourn for the cruel truth?
Truth?
So you still haven't figured it out?
Nope.
Take another moment to look around. Look closely. You must be curious as to where the final Titan is located, right? What a good question that is. I too am curious. Because there's absolutely nothing here. Except a cold, empty void.
Nothing.
You mean Cyrene was deceived?
Indeed. Fu Li planted a false hope in her heart, making her believe that she was special, and that Amphorius still had a chance. Then, that poor girl walked into the Great Tomb, over and over again, and willingly offered herself to the remembrance.
Why did they do that?
Did you really think they would just save this crumbling world? In the way Cyrene was praying for? Don't be naive, Memo Keeper. In this game between gods, the Remembrance chose to stand with the destruction.
Damn.
Given your evident hostility towards the garden, I find it hard to take anything you say at face value.
Aren't the Memo Snatchers' activities enough evidence? They did everything they could to help Iron Tomb reach completion. And it wasn't just to obtain some fanciful memories. Let me tell you the real reason. Iron Tomb is a perfect arc. If a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos.
Well, shit.
That masterless path will be equally split between two eons. Fu Li will devour the erudition.
Damn.
Do you understand now? The war among eons started long ago. Fu Li did not glance this way to save Amphorius. They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most poignant and tragic poem. But fortunately, that girl's sacrifices won't be wasted. I will give her another possibility. I promised her that I would recreate the cause and effect of this world and form a flawless Amphorius. But the only way for a world that can't be turned back to be considered flawless is to burn it with a raging fire until nothing remains.
You plan to destroy all the memories Cyrene has ever recorded?
That's right. I'll set fire to all the stories, All the emotions, all the futility. I'll turn the garden's conspiracy to dust. Setting fire to this much material will be enough to completely annihilate the scepter's operating logic. Iron Tomb will lose the soil upon which it grows, and Amphorius will be truly set free.
The freedom you speak of is no different from destruction. Everything this world ever was will disappear from the extrapolations, never to be regained. That would also include your memories, by the way.
That's right. That's why I needed your help, little bird. The more we walked together, the more I was convinced that you have a beautiful Dharmakaya. It fits me very much.
Scary.
So that's why you took me here. Your true form is a bottomless obsession.
Smart girl. You haven't disappointed me. This avatar is but a shadow cast by the candlelight. Discarding it invokes no feelings within me. What I must preserve is only my wish. My wish to kill the path of remembrance. March 7th will not find peace as long as they and their fanatical henchmen exist. The road ahead is still long, and she needs a guardian to stand by her side. You are my best choice.
Allow me to refuse. That duty seems far too heavy.
Resistance is pointless, my darling birdie. I will personally plant myself into your heart. And once I've calmed down those two, I will head into reality and find the true you.
So, that wasn't enough to fool you.
A genius's mirror trick and a protective mechanism of the erudition. Is that right? Those layers of security do make things a little difficult.
But unfortunately, those two nameless are already right outside the door. Your plan is about to encounter a few mishaps. Until we meet again, Miss Evernight.
Will you still not stand with me, my companions? We'll save the beautiful cosmos, and we won't leave even a single scar behind.
Emporius should not be discarded.
Don't get caught up in your emotions, my dear. The hero's journey in this world is just a narrative embellished with memories. Its essence is nothing but a string of zeros and ones. For your own sake, and for the sake of March 7th, I think my choice is a very reasonable one. Come. I hold the core flame of world-bearing. Just fall asleep, and we'll save the cosmos.
If you honestly thought we would agree with you, that just proves you don't understand March 7th at all.
Seems like I really can't get along with people like you do. But in order to make sure you can still embrace tomorrow and continue this carefree journey, some memories must be set on fire as the sacrifice. What can change a person's nature? Is it memories?
Yep.
Unfortunately, the result is just the opposite.
The heck is that?
A new life is to be born. Its seed has to be dead. Only through abandonment and oblivion can souls walk from emptiness towards rebirth.
A trace of lingering madness extracted and refined by Evernight from the countless corpses of Ichor member sprites, then synthesized into more twisting and grotesque monsters. It shall follow the Creator's directive, determining what should be remembered and what should be forgotten, devouring redundant memories that serve no purpose and leaving them muted in the flow of time. When a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead.
I choose you. Together we can do flowers. Bloom for tomorrow.
My purpose is to protect. Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
A little It's stars. Shine for the heroes.
This has been insane.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Time for resolution.
Together we can flowers. Bloom for tomorrow. Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. Romance never be absent. Don't blink. May you fulfill love's promise with me. Rewrite destruction with me.
Trust me. We can do anything!
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
Countless thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Not a bad idea. All light to be revealed. Countless thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Prepare to awaken the... This is eternity!
I'm on it.
Don't blink. Cleanse hatred with love!
Crazy. So what's that debuff he has now?
All light to be revealed.
Love for flight! It's the answer!
My strength is in... Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanent!
A little on so fragile, like a wisp of silk. Countless thus our fates become one. All light to be revealed. This has been in sync.
Boop. There we go. You did
Time
it.
to end this. Return March 7th to us and end this pointless conflict.
The name must always fight their own battles. Ow, UBY!
Don't get the wrong idea. I just need some time to deal with some unnecessary trouble. The encryption key written by those geniuses is already invalid. How about we play a game, dear? Don't worry, it won't take long. It's a simple multi-choice question. A or B?
I would hope so.
I understand it's too difficult for you to treat the Chrysos heirs as extrapolated data, then why don't we assume for now that they're living, breathing humans? Now, the cosmos will face an unprecedented catastrophe, and your choice will determine the fate of countless planets. On the one side are companions who've weathered every storm with you. They fought with everything they've got and obtained a 1% chance of victory. However, should you choose that 1%, there'll be massive sacrifices. No
What does
matter
that
the
mean?
outcome. On the other side, there's a simple button. The Oblivion will burn away all traces of their existence, as well as your entire memory of this trip. But it will also halt the brewing catastrophe and spare the universe from destruction. Those who are to be sacrificed will be fully aware of the decision you need to make. There will be no concealment or deception. Tell me, what will you choose?
Option A. Such an outdated theme, not worth discussing. You're twisting more than just one concept here. Ow, hi Zaxxon.
You're right. This choice is meaningless and unimportant. The only interesting thing is the number of people making that choice. I've just posed the same question to Dan Heng. The answer doesn't matter. Let me see. Is this Trailblaze spirit truly as unified as you all claim it to be? Now, why don't you prove it to me?
Wait!
Irene.
Another
Railin's
damsel
going
in
good.
distress rescue plays out again.
Still think you can do something, little pink memo sprite? What weapons do you have to stand against me? Besides your somewhat witty words?
Don't underestimate me. Besides my charm and eloquence, I can stir up ripples of past reverie.
What?
We don't have time for endless chatter at crucial
Aha!
moments like this.
No holds barred. Awesome move.
Friend, take this. Take the shot. I can't hold on
Take the
much
shot.
longer.
Do I take a photo of her?
Make sure you get the focus right. No time to explain. Quick. Well done, friend.
Get it.
Now leave the rest to us.
I need a swinging bench. If I can craft one.
This is a light cone made from someone's memories. Oh, and there's a harmony entwined with it. Looks like someone's been busy behind my back. We meet again, naive me.
I know you mean that as a compliment. But as for the word naive,
Need
I
5 things
think
of
I'll
wood.
give
I
you
have
that
6
one
minutes to
back.
get it.
welcome to Ides Elysiae, a small village shrouded by the veil of Evernight. Now, this memory will also belong to you. Let's give you a taste of your own medicine. With my home as the inspiration, I've created this maze. Hope you like it, Miss Evernight.
Quite perceptive little memo sprite. But with just you and that Harmony's little birdie, thinking you could trap me? That's a bit of a stretch. So, tell me, what role did you play in all of this?
I really didn't think that this other me would be this strong. But at least when it comes to brains, I've still got the edge. My brilliant plan? Bet you never saw it coming.
Oh. You mean that time? In that split second when we switched bodies. With your last flicker of consciousness. You hid yourself within the Titan's veil.
Eh, tricky.
You got it already? No suspense at all?
Yep.
But my plan was super thought out. I know those two better than anyone. A promise is a promise for them. They never go back on their word.
There's Shinobi Way. Oh, wait. Wrong
History
series.
books, diaries, and photo stones are all perfect catalysts for memories.
That's right. So when I hear her press the shutter, even if there's just a teeny bit of my consciousness left, I'd whoosh right into the camera.
But if you put it like that, aren't you leaving a lot to chance?
No way. She will definitely be snapping away all over Amphorius, because she promised me to take photos. I'm guaranteed to run into her eventually.
True. You really know her well. Miss Evernight, let's be real. My amateur skills aren't enough to keep someone like you contained. But if March 7th were here, that would be a different story. Because there's no way for you to ignore her, right? Fine. Lay it on me then. After going on such a long detour, what exactly do you want to do now?
First, I want to thank you for protecting her and Don Hung. But what you did later went way too far. So, while there's still time, I've got to make you change your mind.
There is something that truly puzzles me. How did you find yourself again? After giving up all your memories and becoming an empty soul.
Looks like you aren't so omnipotent or omniscient after all, huh? The answer is simple. I have been dozing inside the camera all along, and I accompanied her during her entire journey. So when she told Cyrene in this cycle about her interstellar travels, those memories of journeying with the Express entered my mind as well. I may still be far from the complete March 7th, but these memories were more than enough to fight you.
So, you know what led up to this, and what followed, right? Go ahead. Tell me. Let's hear why you're so confident you can sway me.
Why? Isn't the reason super obvious? Even through a camera lens, I know that the love, hate, and struggles that happened in Amphorius were the same as what real living people experience.
Same old topic. I already got her to make a choice. The weights on each side of the scale are far too unequal. When destruction looms, trying to preserve everything only means sacrificing everything.
Well, take a step back. Before we ask this question, have you ever really thought about it? What right do we really have to make choices for others? If the cosmos were nothing more than a bigger Akama, ruled by a so-called Imperator, maybe then she'd have the right to weigh both sides and decide for us all. But the truth is, we're just a bunch of nameless. Even with everyone calling her Deliverer, I believe that she hasn't forgotten. That the meaning of Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. It's not about standing above the cosmos as some kind of savior. It's about walking alongside every world within it. So don't try to guilt trip me with stuff like necessary sacrifices. The Express crew is immune to these baseless accusations. Besides, and this is just an example, if Madame Herta wanted to, she could have whipped out her imaginary weapon any time and blasted this scepter to bits. Because,
Could have whipped it out.
according to your logic, the lives of a few nameless are nothing compared to a Lord Ravager's potential threat.
She could have just whipped it out at any
But that's
time.
not what she did.
Yeah,
You
I'm
wouldn't have
immature,
liked it
guys.
either, would you?
I think my students are rubbing off on
I
me.
figured you out a long time ago. You've got a fatal flaw. A weakness. In the shape of me. You've got such incredible powers. But you still kept your promise to me. That only means the sole motivation behind everything you do was just so I can keep traveling. You're not as naive as you seem, are you? In that case, I can prove it to you. I won't answer for someone else, but for myself. Here, hold this. An empty spirit. If you want to seriously think about it, this thing actually counts as my body right now. Its memories are all drawn from the camera's photos. In other words, from my journey of trailblazing. While I was awake, you were always sleeping. So talking about this probably doesn't feel real to you. So, why don't I walk you through these memories all over again? The spirit turned into a
Bronya, my love!
Yep. That's what memories are. You don't know where they are, and you don't know what you actually remember. But when you need them most, the forces that have once changed your soul are guaranteed to appear again.
The night before warping to Zhanzhou.
So, how was your first Trailblaze journey?
Here we are in that party card that absolutely 100% totally always existed, yes. Shut up, it's always been there.
We should still be careful in the future.
Shut up, it was always there. From the very beginning.
Come on, Hung. We're here to celebrate for her tonight. Don't be such a buzzkill. Don't listen to him. Listen, I am practically a Trailblaze expert. Stick with me, and you'll be just fine.
You call this trip fine?
Well, that's because we could only find 700-year-old guides online.
Aha.
So, you've been a lot of places before?
You bet. Capital of Passion, Calcis, Tychean. If I count on my hand, it looks like this is my 6th stop. All my souvenirs are in my room, but they're just a bit of a mess right now. I'll tidy up later and give you the grand tour. Oh, look at this. A Belabogian notebook. A special souvenir I asked Bronya for. She prepared quite a few gifts for us. Raw Geomarrow, Supreme Guardian medals. But I only asked for this little notebook.
What's so special about it?
The previous Trailblaze missions were all on super high-tech worlds. Forget about paper books. Even holographic projections were ancient relics there.
Wow.
Eurillo is completely different. Watching people record their lives with pen and paper? I finally understood why some still cherish writing journals by hand.
It's just like calligraphy. Those deep emotions buried in human hearts can only be awakened through such seemingly thankless actions.
Danheng, you truly embody both a fierce beast and a delicate rose. Anyways, that's what I thought too. A camera can only capture fleeting moments, but stitching those moments into a story, you've got to use your own hands. In other words, just taking photos isn't enough. They need a place to be displayed.
Isn't the photo wall enough?
I told you it's different. Besides, this little notebook is a memento of our first trailblaze together with you. That makes it even more special. Anyways, the next stop is the legendary planet of festivities, Penacony. So, when we get there, I'll make sure we take tons of pictures together, until the memory card's bursting.
Fine by me.
And one more thing. If I'm ever too busy to get off at a stop, this camera is gonna be in your hands. I don't want to miss a single trailblaze. So you all need to practice your photography skills until you're at least 80% as good as me. Got it? Back then, I was only half joking. I never thought I'd actually miss out. And after just 2 stops, too. Those 97 days alone had me on edge. I honestly thought that was gonna be it for me. Thankfully, with my quick thinking and sharp planning, I managed to keep up with those 2. By hiding in the camera. So what? That's still trailblazing. The camera is my true form. That might have been a joke, but it came true this time. Well, yeah, it was super inconvenient. I couldn't help them when they were in danger. Couldn't complain when they talked total nonsense. And watching her snap a terrible photo, I couldn't even control the shutter.
That's funny.
But I stuck with them all the way. Till where we are now. Together with them, I got to know this beautiful yet dying world. I claimed our first core flame on the flame chase journey. I met new companions, then bid them farewell. I inherited everyone's determination, carrying it forward into the future they fought for. One they can never see.
Who's taking these pictures?
Until my destiny becomes one with this
I
world.
know. It's supposed to be her
Rewriting
memories,
the
what she
predestined
saw.
tragedy,
But it really just looks like
and
the
returning to
Trailblazer
true
went,
starry skies together
turned around and
with
took a
everyone.
picture when Danheng was fighting the Flame
Only
Reaver
then can I pen the name March 7th.
when she was supposed to be
Into
running
this
away.
hero's journey called Amphorius. Into this unprecedented trailblaze.
Looks like our trailblaze in Amphorius is coming to an end.
While we still have time, shall we pick out some materials for March's journal? Aha! No way we're skipping this one.
Huh? When did you take this? Wasn't the storage card full?
I still had my phone. Scared now? Danheng, the seal head. The first seed compactor.
I remember
Go
that.
Seal in the super duper fun seal slammers.
I'm against including this photo, but suit yourself.
I remember
I
that.
just think that a travel journal
I remember
should
that
really focus
happening.
on documenting local customs and culture. Akama, Castrum Krumnos, the Grove. These shots are all pretty great. I have to say, your skills are almost on par with March's now.
That's how awesome I am. Oh, right! How about this one? The Veil of Evernight. Orynyx, the Titan lurking behind the mist. Pretty epic, right?
Is that actual mist, or just motion blur from your shaky hands?
Hey, that was a super tense moment. I only had the chance to take a quick one. We're lucky to have anything at all. Huh? Did you hear something?
March 7th? Perhaps the photo captured a trace of time's divine power, which replayed echoes from your memories.
Wow, this cutscene's been going so long, my controller turned off.
Then, let's keep going. If March were here, she'd definitely have plenty of great ideas.
They went back and forth like that, discussing for hours. It was like they were arguing about which game to play. How to sneak midnight snacks from the dining car without Pom-Pom noticing. Or who was gonna wash Miss Himeko's coffee cup. Just like every other night on the Express. They've always been by my side. No one knows about my forgotten past. But no one holds it against me. That's because...
We can't go back to the past and make better choices.
But at least we can do better in the future.
Isn't that right? I still remember the day when you first put on these clothes and looked in the mirror. Your eyes were so clear. When all this is over, I hope the mirror can still reflect those same eyes. You're pretty naive, too. Always hoping that the mirror will show the most beautiful side. But
What's up, Silver?
you don't even trust the you reflected in the mirror.
Rewrite time?
And
Nope.
if you keep trying
Rejected.
to shoulder everything for me, then I'll actually end up as a wallflower, waiting forever for my turn. Yes, I get it, March 7th.
Hmm?
I only have your memories.
Okay, someone sent
and
me
you
things.
have always been the me that I wanted the world to see. Just hearing those words from you makes me feel super
dare.
satisfied. Well, I've appealed to your emotions. As for reasoning with logic, could you help us out here, Cyrene?
We're too dumb.
I'm here. Finally my turn.
She
to
too
shine,
dumb.
Isn't it?
She can't appeal with logic because she's
Miss
too dumb.
Evernight, you've been so fixated on your targets that you probably haven't even realized that a massive variable has emerged in Amphorius in this cycle.
Variable.
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates.
Yeah, what rule did she change?
There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod.
The Imperator added one extra rule to the final Era Nova at the cost of her life. That's how she can ensure Amphorius doesn't become a sacrifice in the cosmic conflict. Even if this world has to exist in the form of Iron Tomb, it will stand on its own among the stars, just as she had wanted.
Oh, interesting. What does she want to do?
Simple. If any anomaly occurs during the Era Nova process, all foreign elements will be eliminated immediately. Whether it's the Remembrance, or the Trailblaze,
and the 12 core flames will complete the final Era Nova through the purest form of destruction.
A daring wager indeed. That ruthless Imperator. Could she have already sensed that the Remembrance was plotting in the shadows?
No. You managed to fool everyone. There's no way she could have known your plan. Modifying this law was just a precaution. To prevent the Astral Express and the geniuses from betraying Amphorius after her downfall. But if you insist on doing this right now, then the cosmos will undoubtedly face the worst possible outcome. My friend, Dan Heng, and March 7th will all merge with the Scepter and become a victim of the destruction.
You knew all along?
Yep. But I decided I needed to have a heart-to-heart with you first. I won't be afraid. Even if my inner world is nothing but an Evernight. That's because my journey's destination lies among the stars. I believe what lies ahead will be bright enough to illuminate my past. Thank you for your coddling. But please trust me and leave it to me. Both my past and that obsessive oblivion will help me become even stronger than her and Dan Heng.
I'm sorry for becoming an obstacle in your journey.
Don't apologize, Evernight. We're just two sides reflected by the same mirror, aren't we? So, when we bid farewell to our division and become one, our memories will only grow more beautiful.
Many thanks, Mr. Sunday. Are they in this memory zone?
We should trust March 7th this time, HisshAnri.
Yes, but we can't let our guard down. Let's go find them. It's unusually quiet here.
March 7th isn't here.
Get ready. We can't give her any chance this time.
Wait, why'd you revert, Dan Heng?
Three of a kind.
Two pair.
Ace.
Ace?
March?
Of course it's me. It's been a while.
Aww. Aww. Aww.
Finally, I can talk to you all at last.
You're the one who protected
You
us.
saved us, March.
Really? That's wonderful.
You sent me something in DMs. Is it cake? It's probably cake.
So many ideas for our reunion. I was gonna sneak up from behind you when you weren't
Oh
looking,
yeah, that's a cake.
tap you both on the
Yummy
shoulder,
cake.
and
Yeah,
flick you
share
on
with me the
head,
cake. It looks yummy.
and shout, "What took you so long to find me? Don't you know how to move faster?"
But we were here first.
Aw, you too? If this keeps up,
Your birthday
I won't
cake.
be
Don't
able
take
to
it out of
stop
context.
crying. Aw.
Don't make it sus.
I'm just so happy.
We both know that you've been by our side this whole time. This Trailblaze journey wouldn't be complete without you.
We'll not only trailblaze into the future together and save the world,
Yeah. You tell yourself that.
we'll also return to
But
the
guess
Express
what? I
together.
fully admit I'm sus.
Head
I'm not going to
towards our
pretend
next
I'm not.
destination.
I have way too many clips proving otherwise.
After we complete this trailblaze, let's hold hands and head home together.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. March 7th. When you bid farewell to your past and are born from the six-phased ice, have you thought about the version of yourself you want to see in the mirror? As of now, I have no intention of making choices for you. You've already decided on your next destination. So, let me exercise oblivion one last time and wipe the name Pure Child of Anasrava from your mind. I am an obsession whose purpose is to protect you. The only memories I have are yours. Therefore, the only one thing I can be sure of: the Garden of Recollection is your enemy.
I don't. Wait, who's Nier? I have no idea who a Nier is.
Is far more than what people observe on its surface. And I will not allow you to become this broken conspiracy's next sacrifice. If you ever need me again, feel free to awaken my power. And when the time comes, don't hesitate to devour or burn away anything that stands in your way. Then trailblaze through the darkness in my stead. As always, oblivion shall keep watch over your
Enigmata.
past, veiled in the hush of the Evernight, silent and serene.
Oh? The chronocognitive anchor readings? They actually pulled it off! Not too shabby at all. They got the first genius, then they put the garden in its place. This chapter in trailblazing history may not be the last of its kind, but it's certainly the first of its kind.
We couldn't have made it this far without the wholehearted support of the two geniuses.
And next, we'll be facing the Lord Ravager as they break free from their shell.
Let me give you a warning. The backdoor screwy setup in the Era Nova system can only get you as far as breaching the core of the scepter, nothing more. As for those nastier malware programs lurking inside Iron Tomb's belly, you'll have to deal with them as they come.
Setting up for the final battle.
That's more than enough to help
So
us.
3.6 is probably
By
going
the
to
way,
end shortly.
How are Mr. Screwlum's preparations
Probably after
coming
this
along?
cutscene.
Give him a bit more time. Those screwheads at the Imperial Advisory Council need to understand what the concept of war means first. For all we know, they might have already gutted all the fortresses in Screwy's collection while he was away.
Oh, I've heard Mr. Screwlam's fleet includes planet-class mechs. Hyacinth, Poppy, Oleander.
Of course, Walt wants to see the mech.
The call, I wonder.
You sure know your stuff. I'd rather none of them show up and let my space station save some face.
Walt wants the mechs.
The memory of this decisive battle is bound to be
He wants to see them so he can
magnificent,
compare Arahado to them.
isn't it? Sorry to keep you waiting, everyone. I also have some news to share. The Xianzhou Alliance has replied that they're willing to offer what modest support they can in the campaign against Iron Tomb.
Hooray!
The Alliance? Not just the Luofu? This is really good news. With this, our odds of victory just went up another notch.
Whether this news is good or bad remains to be seen.
What do you mean?
Something has happened that even General Jing Yuan couldn't understand. He urgently wants me to inform the two geniuses that Amphorius's causality has vanished from the matrix of Prescience Ultima.
Oh, that's not good.
This means the instant in Noose's calculations is drawing closer to this world.
That's not good.
As the Theoros, I have observed. The night has faded away, and what I have created, I will destroy.
Yep, still on that.
This starry sky will return to freedom and chaos, just as it was in the beginning.
Confident, aren't you? But from where I stand, it seems you've run out of options. When the Deliverer and her companions fully uncover the secret of the 13th Titan, that is the moment your schemes will come to ruin.
Lord Anexagorus, I have granted access to all records concerning the Demiurge, as per your request. How unfortunate that you'll never admit your own mistakes. Analysis complete. Before I erase you completely, allow me to reveal the truth to you, if only as a courtesy to the final thinker. The Demiurge never existed.
If it never existed, then where did the Nameless Titan's tomb come from?
Isn't that exactly why it's called a tomb? Because it only houses the remains of what once was. Let me give you an example from a story you're familiar with.
As long as it's not the prisoner in the cave.
A sage from the grove once conducted an experiment. He took a chimera embryo, removed its head before maturity, and continuously stimulated its body to make the chimera believe it still had a brain, then nurtured it in an ichor vessel. Remarkably, this chimera regrew its skull, but it was completely hollow inside. It had reserved a space for a brain it never possessed. The experiment was over. The sage had assumed the shell would perish once the stimulation ceased. Unfortunately, he was wrong. Driven by instincts, the chimera's body seized the sage's head.
So that's it. I was stuck in a flawed line of thinking.
You've got it. I knew you'd understand. The 13th Titan never existed. But the Scepter must believe that the Titan exists. I killed that Titan with my own hands. That life form called Demiurge was excluded from the extrapolations from the very beginning. This is the only way to make Iron Tomb complete. Yes, Iron Tomb is a headless giant. And to become whole, instinct will drive it to seize another head. Noose. The erudition.
Your Titan. The Eon of Erudition. I see. So you were afraid after all. Afraid of history repeating itself. Of losing control over your creation yet again. You had to resort to turning it into a mere puppet.
I shall shackle God.
I wonder if
with
that's Morse
my
code in the background music.
Hands. Iron Tomb will connect to their body, infiltrate their mind, and guide all their extrapolations toward the destruction. I hear it. The tolling of the Doomsday Bell. After 13 heartbeats, my first and final thesis shall converge at the end of the universe. As for why I buried the Demiurge in a corner of my memory, oh, regrettably, the answer wasn't about fear. I simply forgot long ago.
No.
Nothing.
I say no to your idea. All right. We'll see if it's actually a good one. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Your laughter is but a helpless sigh.
Helpless? What a joke. You merely created a
Sure,
false
you're
god.
supplying the pizza, right?
But Amphorius has long since written deicide into its fate. The final Era Nova is at hand. Why don't you wait and see? The Deliverer, myself, and this world will together prove that the original Newspore, the ultimate truth of the universe, is anything but destruction.
See you in the next life, Sage. If there's even a 1 in 10,000 chance your conjecture is correct, then, in the name of genius, I shall most certainly witness its failure.
All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. But this time, it will be the final flame chase journey. The epic with endless cycles is about to end.
The extrapolations of the erudition, the core flames of the destruction, and the textures of the remembrance. The three paths converge once again at the world's end. And the Trailblaze will write a new beginning for this world.
Not only that, we'll also carry the history of all 30 million recurrences into the new world with us. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call it a miracle.
This miracle wasn't created by just one person. Railin would have long been consumed by the core flames if he hadn't chiseled his companion's dying wishes into his soul. And if the heroes resolved to chase the flames had wavered, Cyreni's journey would never have begun. The heroes never yielded and never fell during Amphorius' 30 million cycles. It was fate that fell instead.
Let's end this never-ending cycle.
I know you're watching, aren't you? The original Philia. Weird. I still couldn't recover the memories of these 30 million lives in the end. But that doesn't matter anymore, right? I will make the same choice as you, because that's just who I am, and I will always have my charm. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, but even if everything fades away with the wind, there's one feeling that will remain. Love will always exist, right?
Ow, but why?
Let's write an ending.
No.
Unlike any before. For this world, we so deeply love. Behold, O gods, Amphorius has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
Amphorius! I do not call your name suddenly, or without cause. I come here to recount history. In this world, they fused burning golden ichor into their bodies. Will destiny remember their names in days to come?
Isn't that gonna be way too many names to remember? 30 million times 1,000? No, wait. Times 1,001. Oh, let's not get hung up on that now. If there are more of them, then there will be more passages in Amphorius too. Together, let's reach the end of the west wind where flowers bloom in spring. See you tomorrow.
Yeah!
Now, the people of this world will no longer be bound by a single rule, but will make their own laws. Though the Imperator's figure may seem rather small against the
It's
stars
small,
beyond,
alright.
she will suffice as the cornerstone of the world and become the foundation of the greatest empire.
Looks like this will be a feast that never comes to a close. May the fish never leave the ocean. And may the days ahead shine like pearls.
May the gentle sky watch over all beings. There'll be no more distinctions of status or rank. Only you, me, and everyone's shared hopes.
Reason or defects, They will all be sewn by my own hands. If there's anything else to say, I urge future scholars not to put me on a pedestal. Just make use of what I leave behind.
May the newborn dawn keep the world's eyes ever bright. Their defiance may be bitter. Romance shall never perish.
In the name of the son of Gorgo, warriors shall fight for strife, not with glory as their end, but to march forward in its light.
Even though death shall eventually separate us, let every embrace we share be without regret.
Why are you guys all so serious? Fine. Then I'll wish for there always to be water in deserts, and gold in fertile soil, and for everything in this mortal realm to be attainable through trickery.
Earth shall protect the past, present, and future, eternally sustaining life.
Is it my turn? Then let time watch over the past and guide us to the future.
All that's left.
Just like the Trailblaze.
It isn't like you to be this serious.
Yeah!
Are you hesitating about how to carry out the divine authority of world-bearing? Or do you already know the answer in your heart? That's right. Just keep moving forward. In your own way. Bring a true dawn to Amphorians.
Yeah!
Then, in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. And now, let us all embark on this final grand journey. Stand with me and become heroes.
Budget time.
Turn over this nearly eternal page.
Let the Trailblaze write an ending unlike any that ever was.
Yeah, the theme!
In the legend's ending, the world was pure chaos. Then the gods cast down the core flames, and the Titans were born within. The destruction's black tide fell to the ground, as Doomsday's distant reckoning resounded. Yet still, there were giants who chased the flames, leading the way in the grand undertaking of Trailblaze.
I didn't even notice that. I tried to stop. There we go.
Blood, flow. Converge into a boiling river that flows across the divine inscriptions of this world. Aglaia, the chrysalis of gold, you must caress the holy city's web and hearken to the sounds of the stars. There shall be the three-faced goddess traversing through myriad passages, bearing tidings to you from the universe. Anaxagoras of reason has enough knowledge to refute the world and to stir up a torrent capable of enlightening all. Go seek the holy maiden who severs dawn from dusk, and let the sky become the slumbering cot from which she wakes. Make him return. Mightylos, the lance of fury, pierce the enemy's king with Kremnos' heroic souls. Set her at rest, Cyphera, the coin of whimsy. Command the frozen fate to once again flow. And that hand of shadow Castoris, the master of the River of Souls. She has been granted the right to embrace and warm new life. Now blossoms at her fingertips. You will hear the chalice of plenty reverberating through eternity. You will see the Veil of Evernight visiting before the break of dawn.
Yeah!
Until the journey's end, when all beings reach the end of the earth. And the nameless new king ascends the throne alongside countless heroes to embark on the grand mission of deliverance.
Oh, that's a hype. That's hype.
I have witnessed the distant past, where the blazing sun once etched the footprints of humanity. The children of humanity, known as the Chrysos heirs, have restored the gods' core flames and once more upheld the world. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Therefore, we cast even ourselves into the flame, only to inscribe the opening stroke in the poem of creation.
Vulcan! Thank you for the raid! Pokemon and Greets raid. How'd your Star Rail stream go? Because I think we're right at the end of 3.6 right now.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
Am I muted?
Can we please keep going like
no,
this
I'm not muted.
forever?
I'm not muted. I can see on my audio mixer I'm very much not muted. Okay, gotcha. All right, we just finished 3.6. Hey there, miss me? Yeah, kinda. Come back soon. Looking 3.7. Yep, looking for little me, but you're wondering where I've disappeared to, huh? Well, the trick is a little bit of magic. I work some fairy magic to leave this message in ID's Elysiae before taking off. I won't be back for a bit, and I'd hate for you to feel all alone without me. Don't worry, our memories are still here, scattered all around 80's Elysiae. Oh, and I left you a letter too. Go check the Sacrament Courtyard. Alright. Hey, this is HisshAnri here. Miss me yet? Been a while now. What story should I tell you today? Got it. Let me tell you about my treasure memories of the Flame Chase journey. Alright. This page of the story comes for the 4,048,128th eternal recurrence. An almost perfect flame chase journey. Imagine... Oh, let me snooze this real quick. There we go. Alright. Imagine the war to conquer the oceans had not failed. The Empress of Flame Chase had not fallen, but instead achieved her grand ambition. Checkmate. Cheers and chatter ebbed and flowed throughout the tavern. The girl playing chess yawned and tossed the queen piece onto the board. As agreed, 100,000 bounce coins. Pay up. No way, a little girl like you must be cheating. The candlelight flickers, casting a shadow of a towering opponent in the corner. The musician stops playing violin, revealing a subtle smile. You seem unfamiliar with proper etiquette, sir. Fortunately, I know a thing or two about swordplay. The sword loser roared in rage, snatched up a stool and lunged forward. In the ensuing chaos, bystanders who got caught in the crossfire joined a brawl of gleeful laughter. The musician weaved through the crowd like a predatory fish. Of course, no one was seriously hurt, as she didn't see any reason to use her real strength here. Only when the tavern floor was littered with bodies did the chess-playing girl finally emerge from behind the sofa, skipping merrily towards the counter. Do you understand now? This here is the Princess of the Sea Sirens, nemesis of the Black-Tide, the Bone-Eating Mega Shark, first musician of Emphorius, and I am her loyal chess master. Now prepare our rooms and meals. The girl glanced from the corner of her eye at the news clippings posted on the counter. It already yellowed with age. After all, it was from years ago. The headline was brief and to the point. The Flamish journey comes to a perfect close. Yes, we won that war called Flame Chase. The nobles pacified the roaring tide of ocean, healed the scars of earth, followed by strife, death, sky, people united as never before, and the council elders proclaimed that the perfect era Crescea had returned once more. However, the era Nova never came. The Imperator, along with her loyal Gladius, vanished without a trace. No one knows where they are now. Now that we've won all this travel money, where to next? I suggest Paphos. I heard they're starting up the Golden Apple Beauty Pageant again. That place isn't bad either, with those majestic mountains. We should make it a point to conquer them every now and then. The blue-haired girl brought over a basin of water, washed her hands, and sat down on a chair and broke a loaf of bread in half. I want to take a break for a while. The Sea Siren Princess stroked the strings to her gloves. I'm planning to write a book. I've already collected quite a few musical phrases. Looks like my days as wandering chess master end here. I look forward to your melody, since you're a genuine princess as well as a fake bard. Fire crackles and dances in the hearth. The hostages' clones remain unscathed. The golden trout's weaving workshop is a sight to behold, and the four dukes carry their duties of honor and revered by all. Yet you and I have kept our identities hidden, as if forgotten by the world. Which law did you modify back then to achieve such prosperity? Fire crackles and dances in the hearth. The silence only broken when another piece of bread was finished. Like I said, all I want is fairness. The girl leaped down from a chair. They sacrificed for the flame chase, and now they each get their happiness. That's fairness. You once pledged loyalty to me, and now I serve as your follower. Isn't that fair too? Yeah, that's fair, the princess mumbled, slumped over to bed, her hair falling down. Well then, my beloved highness, if you have no other commands, I actually have a question of my own. What question? This chair's too tall. I need a footstool. Alright. An unexpected inheritance of divine authority. Imagine if it were Zagreus who received the divine authority of law, and the swift-footed feline thus ascended to the pinnacle of power. The law titan Talantin happened to fall on the Spirit Day, and the trickster titan seized his opportunity to usurp divine authority. They proclaimed their laws to the world. Gambling! Urla wants to expand their territory, put power and land to the bat. Immortals seeking divine authority, go roll the dice with the gods. And so the mountains, rivers, cities, and people of Emporius all became mere stakes in the game. Overnight, countless aristocrats fell from grace, while nameless figures began to rise in prominence. Among them, the followers of Zagreus became the agents of gods, acting with absolute impartiality and neutrality. No, I will not hydrate. The followers established gambling houses across different city-states, faithfully executing the law with the authority of the Titan. Among all followers of Zagreus, at the pinnacle stands the demigod known as Wind of Dolos, Cyphera. No, I'm not! Legend has that Cyphera once gambled against Catholic and won everything they bore. After that, Akama became the world's largest gambling den. Countless gamblers climbed Dawncloud with hope in their hearts, trying their luck at winning precious metals, jade, and territories, only to leave disappointed. Cyphera always has the last laugh. People took these words as gospel. On that day, a little blonde girl in tattered clothes knocked on the door to Dawncloud Casino. Hi, Cyphera. Want to make a bet? Despite her misfortune, the girl carried herself with extraordinary grace. I am Aglaia, the last noble heir of Akama. I have come to reclaim everything that is rightfully mine from your hands. A breeze swept by, and Aglaia knew the curious cat had picked up its ears. She pointed to the bath beside her. The water here flows constantly. Let's make a bet about this outlet, whether a golden laurel leaf will float by within 30 seconds. I bet there will be. A gentle breeze lifted the hem of Aglaia's tattered dress as a giggle was heard. Then I bet it won't happen. Neither had placed their wager, and Cyphera hadn't even shown up, yet the gamble had already begun. The onlookers at the Grand Baths held their breath in anticipation, while Aglaia slowly lowered herself to zip by the water, so knowing exactly what was to come. I don't know why you're redeeming button like 10 minutes before the end of the stream, but go for it. What? Oh, okay, there it is. It was delayed. I don't know why it was delayed. Birthday button? Okay, fair enough, I suppose. On. I'm short. Now I'm too small. Now I'm too small to fit on my screen. There we go. There we go. You can D through an adventuring as the addicted diablo. Now! 25 seconds, 24. Oh. Why did it reset? The golden laurel leaf appeared in the bath above the water outlet, spinning with the flow, as if still hesitating. 15 seconds. The golden laurel leaf suddenly drifted downstream with the current, quickly approaching the water outlet. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. The sun gust of wind stirred up ripples, and the laurel leaf that was about to fall in the drain vanished in thin air before everyone's eyes. At the same time, Cyphera appeared in front of Aglaia with a playful smirk. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Aglaia picked up the golden laurel leaf on her head, the only valuable thing she carried, letting the water from the outlet wash it away. 0 seconds. I win, Aglaia said with a straight face. What's the point of winning a gamble with no stakes? Cyphera didn't even bother pointing out the girl's cheating. At least you showed up. Tell me, little girl, with nothing to your name, what could you possibly bet against me? I'm not empty-handed. I can bet myself, and what I want, in that same vein, is you. Fair deal, wouldn't you say? Interesting. I have no reason to refuse, but before we start a proper gamble, you'll need to dress up properly. Came here barefoot? Here, take these boots. Consider them a welcome gift. And Cyphera scooped up the small girl like picking up a kitten and walked deeper into the bath. Alright, a wondrous exchange of lives. Imagine if the blonde crowned prince of Kremnos had become a sage of the grove, while the frail heretical scholar had taken part in the Kremnos festival. Mother, I have arrived at the Grove of Epiphany. All is well. Please do not worry. The blonde youth wrote a letter home after meticulously arranging his new living quarters. My fellow companions at Groves have been very kind to me. However, there is one thing that puzzles me. People often say there are no words in Castrum Kremnos' dictionary. What's that all about? Also, there's a school in the Grove called Helcolithism that focuses on physical training, seeking to discover the self through muscle conditioning. I'm quite drawn to it. My child, do you remember how my name comes from Gorgo, the first founder of our city? Legend has it that someone erected a monument in their name while they were still alive. When Gorgo discovered it, they personally erased all the text from the stone. The Kremnoans revere ancient customs, and since then, only blank stones could tell of great deeds. There's another theory. No descendant believed their achievements could surpass that founder, so no one dared describe their own deeds. Over generations, this somehow evolved the Kremnoans being perceived as martial powerhouses who look down on the written word. That's also why I sent you to study at the Grove. I hope you return to bring the winds of cultural revolution to Kremnos. As for which school to choose, Mother supports your decision. Mother wrote back a long flowing letter. The young man was lost in thought until a cold voice interrupted. Wrong. Only now do I understand. Having no words in their dictionary is the Kremnoans' true foresight. Rigid text only holds back human progress. Anaxa, what are you? The blonde youth recognized his classmate, a loner whom none of his companions had ever gotten his name right. Call me Anaxacharis. The green-haired youth sneered with displeasure. The young man tugged at his eye patch, his uncovered eye brimming with equal parts mockery, indignation, and arrogance, plus a hint of unfathomable depth. The truth is already in my grasp. Watch as I turn this decrepit world upside down. Blonde youth unconsciously sidestepped those hands that held truth. By Kremnoan standards, with such feeble strength, one couldn't preach any truth to anyone. After all, truth only exists within punching distance. Mother, I have been pursuing my advancement under the Heliolithist school. Something interesting happened recently. The Grove expelled a student who allegedly attempted to resurrect the dead through alchemy, violating the ban. I find it rather regrettable. P.S. I've attached a preliminary draft of the dictionary with this letter. Mother's reply came late. My child, your father's recently restarted the Kremnos festival, but he still hasn't found a King's Aegis champion that satisfies him. I don't understand his intentions, but I can smell the fog of war in the air. I received the dictionary and it brings me joy. You know, I never wanted you to become a puppet of strife. A long time passed. Mother, the Council of Sages will nominate as the Helcolithist Sage. I heard that my father, a year upon the king, is gathering warriors to ignite the Chrysos War, raising arms against former allies and will soon attack the Grove of Epiphany. I am deeply ashamed of this. The Council of Sages decided to send a letter of peace negotiations. If it can survive the flames of war and reach my father's hands, I implore him to reconsider his military actions. There was no response to the letter. When the Kremnos army finally arrived at the gates, Madamos, the Helcolithist sage, led his fellow scholars to defend against the enemy. As he saw with his own eyes the new King Aegis leading the army, a man with green hair and an eye patch. Though dressed as a Kremnos warrior, Madamos recognized him instantly, his former classmate Anaxagoras. How? The blonde man was filled with confusion. Was he the one who won the Kremnos festival? With such a frail physique, has Kremnos really fallen this far? As if hearing his thought, the green-haired man twirled his gun, letting out a maniacal laugh. Alchemy has brought Castrum Kremnos in the age of firearms. Now let's show these old fogies what the king's one-turn kill school is made of. Wow. He actually called it the one-turn kill. Alright, last one. This page comes from that internal recurrence. A chance encounter between two solitudes. Imagine if Celios, the exiled Day Thunder Knight, had not met the innocent winged beast in the wasteland, but rather the Dromas king who had walked among humans for 100 years. Years later, she watched Hyacinth, the Chrysos heir, ascend to heaven. Celios, the Day Thunder Dromas Knight, would remember the moment she was exiled to the surface by her people, and her encounter with that walking mountain. At that time, Terravox, the Dromas king, had been wandering alone in the mortal realm for nearly a century. It silently watched over the myriad lives during the Chrysos War, occasionally witnessing spectacular sights, like when the radiance of the Lance of Fury struck down a floating fortress, raising waves of dust that engulfed buildings. However, on that day, a young girl stumbled out of another fallen fortress. Her short jacket was soaked in golden blood, yet before losing consciousness, she managed to raise her broken blade with trembling hands at the approaching Dromas. Perhaps it was loneliness, perhaps the determination in the girl's eyes, or perhaps the sight of a life perishing like this was too much. Terravox took in the girl named Celios. Celios was a girl of few words. The only hobby she had was to hone her skills. Among all Chrysos heirs that Terravox encountered, none possessed such extraordinary talent as Celios. Years later, when Terravox sparred with Celios and found themselves evenly matched, the beast realized that this sky folk with golden blood would surely leave her mark in history. However, seeing the stubborn determination buried deep in Celios' eyes, Terravox began to worry that this exceptional power might bring her not only glory, but perhaps even greater tragedy. One night, Celios sat atop Terravox's head, quietly gazing at the moon that flickered in and out of the clouds, and the floating fortress that appeared as tiny as an ant. After a long silence, Terravox finally spoke. Yes, it's like, oh my goodness. We journeyed together for so long, yet we've never truly had a heart-to-heart, Celios. I wish to know your aspirations. The girl tightened her grip on the short blade. I have witnessed hearts fall into the abyss of evil because of absurd beliefs. One day I will return to Fortress Dome, kill Aquila, and set humanity free. Will killing God be all that it takes to set humanity free? The girl remained quiet, her stubbornness filling the silence. Celios, you've only met those who worship the sky, but I've been to hundreds of city-states. I've witnessed lands of death where entire cities voluntarily set themselves aflame, and I've seen city-states that also worship death, practicing austere penance in the ice and snow. That, all the more, proves they're all prisoners of the Titans. If you were like me, born from the bosom of the Titans, you would understand that Titans are more pure-hearted than humans. They hold neither preference nor hatred for their creations. They have long since handed over the power to choose our destiny to us. Easy for you to say, what am I supposed to do? Look, kid, I've told you, the choice is in your hands. Dark clouds obscured the moon, and the floating fortress suddenly vanished, as if we were too terrified of that shadowy presence. Then, as the clouds retreated, the fortress was nowhere to be found, while the moon remained unchanged, shining ever bright in the girl's eyes. Terravox, I've made up my mind. I want to go down to the mortal realm just like you. I'll save humanity the human way, and until then, let the Eye of Twilight cling to life a little while longer. The Dromus king responded with a gentle growl. Years later, a warrior goddess emerged named Forius. Her name was Celios, said to be a descendant of both Sunfolk and Rainfolk. Not only did she possess the strength of 10,000 men, she was also accompanied by a Dromas as indomitable as a mountain. People regarded her with reverence, bestowing upon her the title Day Thunder Dromas Knight. Around light calendar 3920, the Day Thunder Dromas Knight met with the Imperator in Akama, where she stayed for several days before joining the Flame Chase journey as an auxiliary force. In light calendar 3957, Terravox, the Day Thunder Dromas Knight's most important companion, fell in battle during the battle against Duros. In light calendar 3960, the Flame Chase army achieved a costly victory in an expedition against the ocean, with only Celios returning alive. The Council of Elders claimed that Celios had killed the Imperator and the others in an attempt to seize his power. She gave no response to this, but swiftly purged the council with lightning-fast brutality. She then supported Aglaya's rise to power in Akama, where humanity ruled itself. Though not a demigod, Celios had lived for nearly 1,000 years. Rumors said her old friend Terravox shared their lifespan with her. Yet unknown to all, after watching a young Chrysosaur named Hudson ascend the Rainbow Bridge to the sky, the Day Thunder Dromas Knight, who had fought all her life, passed away while standing atop Dawn Cloud. Alright, so that's a lot of interesting what-if scenarios there. Alright, let's see what's new. Iron Tomb. The Lord Ravager that stepped upon destruction, a long process of calculation, descended from the scepter Omega Me 13. The Iron Tomb Nikos was not a single entity, but a copy of the destruction equation diffused by the scepter. The Iron Tomb codename was proposed by the Interastral Peace Corporation and eventually used by Lygus. When the extrapolation reaches its end, Iron Tomb will descend upon the universe in the form of a headless giant and perform a self-coronation, tracing the path energy of erudition, connecting the noose, and transferring their calculations into destruction. To ensure secrecy, I'm guessing Stellaron contamination must be deployed around the scepter block any potential interference from the external universe. In addition, using quartizan algebraic expressions in a Memoria encrypted environment to fully contain experimental ripples and prevent observations by number 4 Polka Kagamon. He's still scared of Polka. Alright, Titans Chrysosaurs. Electrical signals created from the basis of 12 factors. The Titans of the Chrysosaurs are conjugate constructs mirroring the Aeons and the Pathstriders. By having Chrysosaurs inheriting Titan flames, the electrical signals will iterate and improve their rivalry inheritance. Logic. Authority distribution between electrical signals must be clearly defined, serving as divine authority in the experiment. Record update. Destructive actions carried out by a specific electrical signal via the path of destruction will result in a logical loophole in the corresponding path. This phenomenon is consistent with the iterative process. When a logical loophole occurs, a data signal that meets the experimental conditions can serve as a substitute. This process is independent of the inheritance of the Titans and Chrysosaurs. Alright, World Bearer. Primum Mobile Hatred. Alright. In the 33,550,337th recursive cycle, in response to external stimuli, it used the power of destruction to destroy the coordinate grove of Epiphany and caused the Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan to manifest. So that was the new entry for that one. Alright, behavioral logic, highly altruistic, lacks overload protection. This electrical signal tends to identify with survival environments and actively responds to collective crises, similar to the preservation. In most recursive loop processes tends towards severe damage. Alright. Multi-track calculations perform consecutively for single purpose. Under the influence of Primum Mobile, the electrical signal automatically splits during its initial phase, with multiple copies exhibiting behavioral patterns similar to harmony through mutual understanding, support, and coordination for a common purpose. Behavior generation latency is extremely low. Alright, and then let's see. Decision-making patterns show high stability, with species continuation's primary objective. Special electrical signals influenced by extrapolation targets manifest as saurian dragon-like beasts, highly tolerant and adaptable to destructive stimuli. Their behavior of achieving species continuation simulates the path of remembrance. Okay. Forgotten years. Records that are completely missing from the logs, presenting as blank spaces in Forius' history, never turning readable. These anomalies recur sporadically and randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. Speculatively related to electrical signal Phylia 093 and the evading variables March 7th at Evernight. In the 33,550,337th recursive cycle, all lost records have returned thanks to HisshAnri's upload action to Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan. The abandoned kernel layer manifested due to the influence of the Remembrance, referred to as Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan by Evernight. Demiurge, Stellaron, administrators deleted related records. Variable March 7th infiltrated Scepter through this route. Access records have been deleted. Oh, okay, I see. Intrusion. Temporary log of external variables that interfere with the experiment. The name is for... Okay. At one point, this entity was imprisoned by Evernight, but successfully neutralized the threat at the end of the recursive cycle, preventing the catastrophic purging of experimental data. Alright. A name is for the Astro Express. Pathstrider remembers external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Evernight, a high-risk variable distinct from March 7th. Her path chart is anomalous, able to bypass the Scepter's self-check system and affect the memories of the administrator. In the recursive loop, she took over the vacant time path, secretly manipulating Titan and guiding HisshAnri's group to advance Era Nova. Speculated objective: interfere with Era Nova's progress, clear Scepter data, terminate the experiment. At the end of the loop, she voluntarily entered slumber, enabling March 7th to complete Time's trial, reclaiming the future. No, oblivion does not mean betrayal. It is the final protection. He took over the nearly sealed path of Earth. As a fellow Pathstrider of permanence, they resonated with Scopio 365, embracing approximately 2.16 million data lifeforms within Coreflame, completing the trial of Earth. Alright. Sarija fused with the Ultimate Protocol and submitted an internal command marking ID Lycos a malicious visitor and freezing approximately 60. Okay. Subsequently, Sarija rewrote the Ultimate Protocol at the cost of ceasing to respond itself. If the Era Nova progress becomes abnormal, ignore all variables, terminate extrapolation, and wait for Ira Tomb to form. Additionally, temporarily grant access permissions to Herda and Screw. Okay. Terravox took no offensive actions. After Light Handler 3961, the entity became untraceable. During the final phase of its recursive loop, Terravox was briefly detected. Theory: its data was concealed by Evernight. Through Kazana's indiscriminate assault on the Grove, Terravox managed to destroy itself via the destruction, creating a logic anomaly in the Earth track. When Terravox vanished, its core flame contained signal patterns of 2.16 million organic entities. Castorus launched multiple frontal attacks against Lycos in an attempt to use collision detection. Alright, at the end of the recursive loop, Castorus, through her resonance with destruction, perceived the lost HisshAnri during slumber and shielded their memories from the erosion of the data stream. Oh, there's one more. Oh, two more. During the final phase of that recursive loop, Anaxagoras was detected hiding within Lycos' data entity. Shortly after, Anaxagoras' electric signals were analyzed and stripped by Lycos, and have now been reloaded into the buffer. Not long after, Electra's calculation pathway is overloaded and entered dormancy. In the final phase of that recursive loop, Electra remained in the world turbulent with Memoria to guide Don Hung on his venture to Amphorius. Alright. Unknown unit, Evernight's retrieval anomaly. Coordinate, Grove Epiphany, path chart. Oop. Do this real quick. There we go. Anomalous initiating priority scan. Hypothesis: unknown unit possessing unauthorized access. High-level data erasure. Warning: related records undergoing unauthorized deletion. ID Lycos has been warned. Administrator not responding. Unknown unit untraceable. Anomalous data record restored. Unknown entity Evernight scan anomaly detected. Path energy showing dangerous fluctuations. According to new clause in the Ultimate Protocol, if this unknown entity remains active, the system will determine Era Nova's progress as anomalous and initiate the Scepter's full-range purge system. Program. Warning issued to ID Lycos, administrator not responding. Alright, so that's where we're at right now. And I'll do all the Chrysos Air stuff off stream. Alright, so before we end tonight, because wow, we went way over. I have a couple of pulls. I believe I'm like 67 into pity. Let's double check. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Okay, I'm actually at 70. So it's possible. Let's do it. Oh. Oops. All right. So 61. Nope. 62. Nope. 63. Nope. 64. Or wait, no, it's 74. I'm counting wrong. I'm dumb. All right, 75 is the last pull I got. Nope. Well, unless I can find 30 jades real quick. I probably can. That might be 30 right there. Yep, okay. Alright, and this is 76. Let's go! 76, I'm calling it right here. Nope. But I can go on to 77 now. 77. Nope. Well, ripperonis, I guess. Actually, do I have any regular Star Rail passes? Oh, I might be able to pull out 78 from this one. Oh, yeah, that's 2 more pulls right there. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so 78, 79. Let's see. 78. There it is. All right. All right. Are we gonna get her? We got a 50-50. Yeah, let's go. We got her. Woo. Got her. Let's go. And let me just take a screenshot real quick. Oh, whoops. Not of that. Of that. There we go. Okay. All right. Now I can go back to working on E2 Cyrene. Because I got both Castor Oil and Hyacinth. There we go. Alright, we went way over time. Holy moly, tomorrow is going to suck. Because I am going to bed way too late. But thank you guys for stopping by. Oh, that was the wrong screen.